The BRICS group has been getting a lot of attention on the world stage in recent years. At first, it was meant to be an economic partnership, but it has grown into a place where countries can work together and coordinate on different geopolitical problems. Some people are worried that an anti-American unity is forming because China is becoming more influential in the partnership. As China's power within the BRICS group grows, it raises interesting questions about how world power will change in the future. Will this new group of countries change the way the world works? How will the West deal with the problem that an anti-America union poses? What could happen to trade trends and economic systems around the world? If you look into these questions, you might find a fascinating web of changing alliances, geopolitical moves, and the quest for economic power. In this video, we'll look at the different sides of the topic. We'll look at what's behind China's growing influence, what it means for the way the world works, and what challenges and chances it might bring. Excited? Several things have led to China becoming more important in the BRICS group. First, it fits with China's larger foreign policy goals, which are to increase its impact around the world and change the way things are done now. China can question the US and other Western powers' control over global rules and structures by getting closer to other big developing economies. Second, the BRICS group gives China a place to talk about its economic goals. As the world's second largest economy, China wants to improve trade with its partners and expand its economic combination. The BRICS countries make up a big part of the world economy and have a lot of business opportunities for Chinese companies. By making it easier for countries in the alliance to work together economically, China can boost its economic growth and broaden its trade. Amazing, right? China's growing power within the BRICS group affects the way the world works in a number of important ways. In terms of geopolitics, it upsets the usual balance of power, which has been dominated by Western countries. The Union gives China a place to talk about its idea of a multipolar world in which new powers have a bigger say in how the world is run. This change goes against the standards and structures that have been in place for a long time and have been affected by Western powers. China's expansion of the BRICS alliance could change the way countries deal with each other from an economic point of view. The BRICS countries have a lot of promise for trade, investment, and market growth when their economies work together. The alliance's members reflect a large market as a whole, and working together can open up new trade and investment opportunities. This could lead to a change in the way global supply lines work, as well as the rise of new financial institutions and systems that are not controlled by the West. Beneficial, right? China's growing power within the BRICS group also has important global effects. By getting closer to Russia, India, Brazil, and South Africa, China wants to challenge the West's control over the rules and structures of the world. This could upset the current balance of power because a united front against Western influence could lead to international division and competition. How this new alliance deals with the US and other Western powers will shape the future of world politics. The member countries have a lot to offer in terms of history, customs, and culture. The alliance can help people understand and appreciate each other's cultures by promoting cultural exchanges like art shows, festivals, and training programs. This kind of cultural engagement can help make the world a more open and connected place for everyone. What are your thoughts? Collectively, the BRICS countries have a lot of technical skills and innovation potential. The alliance can help innovation, study, and development in many different areas by making it easier for people to work together and share information. Joint projects and efforts can help advance technology, especially in areas like clean energy, digital infrastructure, and artificial intelligence. This way of working together can speed up scientific progress and help the member countries deal with problems they all face. The way regional security works is also affected by the growth of the BRICS group. By getting closer to Russia, China wants to increase its power in Eurasia and balance out the power of the West in the area. Also, the alliance gives people a place to work together on shared security problems, such as terrorism, cyber threats, and conflicts in the area. But the BRICS countries may have trouble coming up with a single solution to regional security because they have different goals and have been rivals in the past. To use the alliance to promote safety and cooperation, it will be important to find a way to balance competing objectives and deal with complex geopolitical circumstances. Right? The rising power of the BRICS alliance, which is led by China, makes people wonder what will happen to global institutions in the future. As the alliance challenges the current order, which is dominated by the West, it may try to set up new organizations or change the ones that already exist to fit its needs and goals. It would affect organizations like the United Nations, the World Trade Organization, and the International Monetary Fund. How the BRICS countries deal with these institutions and how they try to change the way the world is run will have big effects on the international order as a whole. The BRICS alliance is more than just about geopolitics and economics. It also provides chances for social and cultural exchanges and the use of soft power. The alliance brings together many different countries, languages, and traditions, which helps people get to know each other and understand each other better. The BRICS countries can increase their social power and influence by using the promotion of culture and supporting educational exchanges. This can help tell a more complex story about their roles on the world stage and encourage their societies to work together and cooperate more. Fascinating, isn't it? China's growing power within the BRICS group also brings both problems and chances. On the one hand, it challenges the current international order because China's rise and growing influence within the partnership can be seen as a threat to the Western-led system that is already in place. This has made people worry about possible demoralization, competition, and different goals among the biggest countries in the world. China's growing power within the BRICS group has led to complaints and worries about human rights. China's internal policies, like how it treats ethnic minorities, limits free speech, and keeps an eye on people, have been criticized around the world. By getting close to China, the other BRICS countries may face criticism and risks to their reputations, especially if these human rights violations are seen as something they agree with or don't care about. The BRICS alliance's plans for economic growth and progress may have big effects on the environment. Increased industry, urbanization, and use of resources can damage the environment, cause trees to be cut down, and release greenhouse gases. If the alliance doesn't put sustainability and environmental protection at the top of its growth plans, it could add to global climate change and ecological imbalances, which would hurt efforts around the world to deal with environmental problems. Dangerous, right? It is important to remember that these possible downsides should be thought about along with the BRICS alliance's benefits and possibilities. For a full study of this complicated political and economic alliance, it's important to know both what's good and what's bad. On the other hand, the BRICS alliance gives countries a chance to work together to solve shared problems and achieve joint goals. The alliance is made up of many different countries, so they can talk and work together on problems like sustainable development, climate change, and regional security. By working together, the BRICS countries can make their voices louder and have a bigger impact on world issues, which could lead to good change. In a world that is always changing, China's growing power within the BRICS alliance is a fascinating change that deserves our attention. As the union gets stronger, it makes us wonder how the balance of power will change in the future. Will this anti-America alliance create a new world order that challenges the values and institutions that are already in place? How will the Western powers deal with this new threat? The effects aren't just limited to geopolitics. Economic systems and trade trends may also change in big ways. The story of the BRICS Union is a fascinating tale of changing alliances, strategic moves, and the drive to be the strongest. As we move through this changed world, we need to pay close attention to how the BRICS countries handle their roles in this shifting global order. As people around the world try to gain power and work together, the future looks interesting and full of challenges and chances.